So, good morning, everybody. This is the day that the Lord has made. I shall rejoice and be glad in it. I am super excited to be with you today on the Lord's Day, this Sunday. Excited to share with you what He's given me. And so, our topic today is the journey unknown to the blessed destination. For we walk by faith and not by sight. So, the journey unknown to the blessed destination. So I took some time this week and sat down and really started highlighting major events, major turns, major troubles, major disappointments that have happened in my life. I'm still a journaler. I love technology, everything about technology, but I will still get my pen and my notebook and go for it. I still have my pen right here and my notebook is right here. So I still will get my pen and notebook out and have no problem at all writing it down. There's something about from brain to pen to paper that still is a major thrill for me. So, and I started thinking about, first off, it's nothing but God that got me to where I am today. Period. Nothing but God who led me, guided me, directed me, helped protect me, averted me some major catastrophes through victories, through tears, through trauma, through triumph. All of it was God. So that's number one. He brought people in my path to guide me and to encourage me. And even today, I know I'm on the right journey because multiple people will say the exact same word, and that word is consistent even though the people who tell me are not connected at all, but by the Spirit. So God has been with me the whole way, good, bad, mistakes, trouble, all of it. He's been with me the whole way. And then he had me write a song. So when I was writing down all of that, I realized that the key to that is just like Jesus told his disciples when he was choosing me, follow me. So he even gave me a song, follow me, stay with me, abide with me always. You will see victory if you just follow me. So, as I get older, that song has even more significance. And God giving me that song not only just was a nice song, and it is a pretty song, but it's also a message from Him directly to me to keep following Him. So in that following him, the journey unknown, because I had no clue of all of the things that God would show me or allow me to experience. I had big dreams when I was 8 years old. I tell that story often, but I had no idea how I was going to get there and what it was going to look like. And some things represented other things, and what I had imagined in my mind is not definitely what God had in store. And so he always says, I'm going to do more. I'm going to exceed, go beyond anything that you can ask or think. And he has proven himself time and time again. But my first thing is to follow him and to go where he leads me and guides me. So follow him. And then along the way, number two, there'll be tests, there'll be training, and then you'll turn into the trainer. There'll be tests, there'll be training, and then you'll turn into the trainer. One of the beauties of going to school to be a teacher, and one of the beauties of education, period, no matter what field or industry, is that you eventually, over time, will have to take the classes, turn in the assignments, complete the tests, endure the training, the rigors of it, no matter what who the instructor is. But at the end of it, hopefully, you should be able to train or teach somebody else. Hopefully, you should be able to help somebody else along the journey. And I can truthfully say on this life journey that I've been on, I turned into the trader. I recently had someone call me in tears and about a transition going on in their life, and I could I could identify. I could understand it. It was different for her than it was for me, but baby, let me tell you, I immediately turned into the trainer. I immediately understood exactly what that meant. Even though I had gone through something similar and this was a different situation, I could apply the lessons that I learned. I could apply the tests that I had taken. I could apply the training that I had endured to be able to help somebody else. So you'll have tests, you'll have training, and then you'll turn into the trainer. So first, you got to follow him, and you got to endure the process. And if anything else, that I always like to reiterate, and it has even been on my mind, and even while I was writing down all the major turns in my own life, don't skip steps. Don't skip steps. We want to go through some of the tests. We like, I don't want to do this. My comprehensive exam for my first master's, I didn't want to go through that thing, but I knew I couldn't get to the end until I went through this test, until I endured that, until I sat through the exam and had all my pencils and my pens and the black notebooks that I had to write in. I couldn't get to the end to get to the degree to hang on my wall until I actually endured the test, and I had to do it. And I did it. Thank God he carried me all the way through. But the tests and the training to be the trainer can often lead to unexpected blessing. The unexpected blessing. Being in the right place at the right time, obeying God, could lead to unexpected blessings. Now, the unexpected blessings could be lessons. They could be a little weaved in a little disappointment. Like it didn't turn out exactly like I thought, but at the end, I learned a great lesson that I could eventually go back and train somebody, go back and teach somebody else, go back and help somebody else. Some disappointments have led to a whole book being written and sold around the country. Some experiences can lead to whole talks, to being able to stand flat-footed and be able to deliver when asked a question at an event or during a session or during a workshop. There's just plenty of reasons for those unexpected blessings. But I tell you what, the old song say, "You can't make me doubt him because I know too much about him." Those unexpected blessings may come through discomfort, uncomfortable, disappointments, tears, and fears, but those are also weaved in those unexpected blessings. That if you didn't know this, if you didn't go through this, you wouldn't be ready for this and the other. If you didn't strive to do the right thing and treat people in a certain manner, and then get to the end, and then when it's time for the favor of God to be on you, you're in line, you're ready, you're prepared, you wouldn't get to those unexpected blessings. So you got to follow him. You got to endure the tests and the training, and you'll eventually turn into a trainer. There'll be unexpected blessings. And then you got to be in hot pursuit of all that God has in store. You got to put in the work. You can't just, I'm going to follow along, but I don't want to do nothing. I'm being tested and trained, but I don't want to turn in the assignment. As a retired teacher, I have seen grading scales for some classes that 40% is just turning in the homework. The other 60% may be 30% may be assignments, and another 30% or less could be for the actual test itself. But 30 to 40% of the grade is just turning in the assignment. And it does not mean it's necessarily wrong or right, because that's usually those assignments, those weekly, daily assignments are for your learning or for your testing. So just turning it in could be 40% of your grade. Whether it's correct, that could be another 20%. So almost 50% of your grade could be just turning in the assignments, just turning it in, period. So therefore, putting in the work is really key to it all. That's the key to being eventually a trainer. That's the key to having unexpected blessings. But that's also the key of being able to have peace, because you were in pursuit. You gave it all you had. You got the classes. You hired the coach. You took the assignment seriously. You stayed up late at night. You did all what was required to do, and now you have peace about it because I gave it my all. I gave it my 1,000. And then knowing that that's part of your purpose. For this cause came I into the world. For this cause was I born. And that's where I am. The journey unknown to the blessed destination is knowing that I am walking in my divine purpose. I am using all my gifts, talents, and abilities. I'm not sitting on one of them. My pastor once told me, he said, "Oh, so you're going to use every gift that you have?" I said, "I am." all the ones. And then some of them I didn't even know I had. I'm learning them, I'm developing them, I'm educating myself, and then determining, is this a part of my skill set? Does this work with me, or is this not going to work at all? So, I'm thankful, I'm appreciative. I hope that helps you along the journey to get to the blessed destination. Some of you may be stuck at the pursuit part. You had tests and training, but you don't want to put in no work. Or, God's trying to teach you something and you keep failing the class and you have to keep repeating it over and over and over because you don't want to do anything different. You don't want to change your mindset. You don't want to change your vocabulary. You don't want to go to class. You don't want to do anything different. You don't want to. And so therefore you keep getting this same exact results. And so I don't know what to tell you. I do know that in this life and on this journey of life, change is constant. And making the adjustments, and of course, the new buzzword we learned during COVID in 2020 was pivot. Sometimes it's not just a pivot, but sometimes when you pivot, you just kind of angle to the right. Sometimes you have to make a whole 180-degree turn. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to uh, cancel the whole thing. So sometimes it requires not only to stop. So I hope that blesses you. I hope that helps you along your journey and along your way, and understanding and knowing that the journey unknown, you got to walk by faith. He's not going to tell you every step to the blessed destination requires that we walk by faith and not by sight. Coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is Live Your Best Life, hosted by yours truly on envision-radio.com or Praise Meets Talk. And then at 11 a.m. is Spike Davis and Friends show. Tune in for laughs, music, and more. And then on Tuesdays, the Book Business Boss show on envision-radio.com and the replays at the Book Business Boss podcast.com. If you are interested in being a published author, or you just have questions about the process, schedule an opportunity with me, a consultation with me, and a conversation at talkwithroyston.com. Remember that calendar is on the Eastern time zone, so be cognizant of that and conscious of that if you're on a different time zone than the Eastern time zone. And then coming up August 19th and 20th, I'll be at the Dayton African American Cultural Festival. I'll be at the Author Pavilion, so be sure and look for the Author Pavilion at 101 East Helena Street in Dayton, Ohio, the 19th and 20th. And then after that, I'll be at Gaslight Festival in J-Town, Kentucky, September 16th. I'm going to ride up to Indianapolis for the She Experience at the Indianapolis Convention Center. But I'll be back on that Sunday, September 17th. So I'll be there on the 15th and the 17th to set it up and tear it down. On September 16th, I'll be at the She Experience in Indianapolis, Indiana at the Indianapolis Convention Center. Then on September 30th, look for me, mark your calendars. If you're in the Memphis or the Arkansas area, Memphis, Tennessee, Arkansas area, at the Black Child Book Fair, we'll be at the Benjamin L. Hooks Central Library, a gorgeous library. And they were doing some construction on it last year when we were there. I look forward to seeing the result of their construction efforts right there at the Memphis Public Library. We're normally there between 11 and 4, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So look for us in the Memphis, Tennessee area at the Benjamin L. Hooks Central Library. Get some books. Check out some books from the public library, but then purchase some books from the authors of the Black Child Book Fair tour on September 30th. So I'm still on the move. As I say, I haven't shut down and on lockdown yet. I'll still be moving throughout the rest of the year, and very, very thankful for Mr. Brian Royston being along with me and all my other clients who jump in to help out, and other places that they will be as well. So I'll look forward to adding more to the calendar as I deem fit, and I'm super excited about all the opportunities that God has brought in my life For all of the websites and online stores, visit JuliaAKRoyston.com. That's Julia, two A's in the middle. So that's Julia, another A, and K, Royston. If you've known me more than 30 years, you know why there's two A's and a K in the middle. I love you all and be blessed in all that you say and do the rest of this week and the remainder of this month and year. That God open up doors and provide ways and be with you, lead you and guide you into all truth. I love you all. Bye bye. Bye bye.